Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on the 31 Days of Horror, discussing The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This will be the first of my Sleepy Halloween videos this month. I thought it would be fitting to start with the 1949 Disney classic. This is, of course, the animated version of the tale, and it's probably the first many of us ever watched. Bing Crosby narrates this one and sings the songs. After all, it's a Disney animated musical. This is classic Disney, before they were too concerned with checking boxes and catering to the biggest complainers. This is when Disney had no problems treading that line of gateway horror. That's exactly what The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is, too. I also love this original Walt Disney Home Video VHS release. Now, as you guys probably know, I was not your average kid. I was watching horror movies at a very young age, so I probably saw The Legend of Sleepy Hollow after seeing slasher films like Halloween, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So I definitely enjoyed it, but I wasn't scared by it. With that being said, after revisiting it after all this time, I can definitely see your average kind of kid being scared by The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Those who have never seen horror movies, this could be scary for them. I love the classic Disney animation. It truly shines, especially in the Halloween scenes. The pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, the leaves, the decorations, the spooky cemetery scenes are very atmospheric for an animated film. And even the look of the characters, like Ichabod Crane, Brom Bones, and Katrina Van Tassel. Ichabod especially benefits from being an animated character. The artists were able to capitalize on his lanky look, the long skinny legs, the big nose. It's funny, I remember watching this as a kid and seeing Ichabod Crane as the hero. Not an anti-hero, but the hero. For me, back then, Brom Bones was always the villain. Maybe it's because he had that Gaston look from Beauty and the Beast? I don't know. I mean, Ichabod Crane is the protagonist, he's just not a very good one. He's definitely an anti-hero. That's what makes this 31-minute short so complex. There is no true hero in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. That's rare for a Disney movie, so again, as a kid, you sort of look for a hero, even though there might not be one there. I love the scene of Brom telling the stories, or singing the song, about Halloween. The Halloween decorations in that scene are awesome. Of course, the most memorable part of the film, I think, probably for everyone, is the climax. Ichabod Crane being chased by the Headless Horseman through the graveyard on Halloween night. The entire time, the Headless Horseman is literally trying to lop off his head with a sword. And then that ending of the chase with the flaming jack-o'-lantern thrown right toward Ichabod and us as viewers. I love the way the clouds were drawn around the moon to look like a giant hand, and the way the bird sounds like it's saying beware as it flies away over the cemetery. I've also always loved that the ending is left open to interpretation. I remember watching this version in elementary school, and the class discussing what they thought happened at the end after. Were the rumors true? Did Ichabod go on to marry a wealthy widow? Or was he spirited away by the Headless Horseman? For someone like me, who was watching horror movies at home, this was an exciting opportunity to talk about what I love at school. It was horror in the classroom. I was on the fence of whether or not I was even going to review this one for Sleepy Halloween, but I'm glad I did. Not only is it a good introduction into horror for young kids watching this, but it's also a good introduction into The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. What are your thoughts on this 1949 animated Disney classic? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.